Hello, Divine Ones. This is Ashley H.A. Williams for Fueling the Flame podcast, a sector of FD 1111 Ministries. Hey, you guys, this is Feminine Fridays, and this message will actually be a channeled message, so there will not be a divine reading, a traditional divine reading. Anyways, I have pulled a few cards, and I will cover that information a little later on. But as I was meditating throughout the day, the Divine Spirit was dropping into my spirit about us preparing for union. Of course, that has been a theme for the past couple of weeks. However, preparing our bodies for divine union, being able to accept our masculines inwardly. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about our sexual energy and our yoni. And so our yoni is a word for our vajiji, our vagina. And many of us, we have had some type of trauma or stigmatism concerning our yoni, concerning our sexual energy. Either we're hyperly active with our sexual energy and we could be borderline obsessive with creativity, or either expressing ourselves sexually in a balanced way. And so our sexual energy, the gatekeeper, the kundalini rising. And so this is the vision that I see whenever I think about permanently like sexual energy. I think of the Lover's card and the snake, the serpent, the kundalini rising, and the gatekeeper. And so the gatekeeper at the bottom of the spine, which will be in the yoni area, and then through the awakening process, going to the crowning chakra, the Christos energy. And so the spirit, I believe this will be going over a couple of weeks for the Feminine Fridays. And so the spirit wants me to go into healing the yoni and activating the yoni. And some of us may already have been doing this. I hear tantric sexual energy, doing some different things with our yoni to awaken that type of energy. And surprisingly, I found out, I found out about this a while ago, that many divine feminine or women in general have not actually experienced a true full climax. And that can cause a lot of pent up anger or pent up energy that needs to be released. And so they may have other obsessions in their life, like excessive cleaning, excessive like aggressive type of energy, or really submissive type of energy, and unable to fully express themselves to the true essence of who they are. And this is something that we have to work with before we are able to come into divine union. This is all about working with your yoni. If you're able to express yourself, not hold back, okay, then you're able to fully open up to who you really are. And this is one way of how to do it. Yes, through masturbation, okay? And being able to heal a lot of wounds from the past, being able to step into mastery, being able to manifest with your sexual energy. And this will also draw you closer to your divine partner, as well as through your divine partnership, And the reason being is because of the sexual energy is the highest and most potent type of energy there is, okay? And many of us have misused our sexual energy, and I will be the first to admit that I have. So being able to accept our masculines into us, okay? Yeah, it is easy to have sex. Okay, especially if you're really attracted to your divine masculine, which we all are, okay? It's very easy to engage in sexual activity, okay? Hands down. However, to come into a bond, into a union, and merge your energy together and have that vulnerable space of being able to accept your masculine within you is something completely different. We need to be able to fully accept our bodies and fully accept our energy. And when I say energy, I'm spelling it, I do this on the blog, INERGY, our energy, who we really are, our inner selves, our core being, and getting in alignment with this. And working with our sexual energy will help us be able to do that. Peel back those layers, literally. So the first card that I picked from my butterfly deck, and forgive me, I do not know the name of of it off the top of my head, is the heavenly signs. And so this card came out in the last twin flame union versus marriage reading. And so with this card, we're talking about aligning with the angels, aligning with the heavenly realms, being able to work that stuck energy, that energy that's at the base of our spine, not being able to fully express ourselves, being very rigid, being very stubborn. And when I say the word stubborn, I see like a hard piece of clay that has dried, but it has not been formed. And that's with the sexual energy, loosening it, that stubbornness, that refusal to shift into the next paradigm, shift out of the old mindset. And this will help lubricate. That's what I'm saying, like the lubrication. So the Spirit is really wanting me to bring this up, and some people may not be able to understand. They may just think that I'm being crass, but I'm really not, because like if you have a hard piece of clay, but it is it's not to the full vision of what the sculptor wanted it to be, then it has dried out. And so you have to lubricate it. You have to put the water onto the piece of clay to keep it from hardening, so you can mold it into what it needs to be. And through, this is like a analogy with the YONI, the Holy Grail, if you will, and this lubrication and being able to work that stubbornness out. And through the climactic state, that you're able to heal and release a lot of stubbornness, a lot of refusal to shift to the next paradigm, the refusal to awaken the senses, the refusal to ascension, if you will. Like you're stuck at a certain vibration, at a certain frequency, but you're not catching the shift, you're not catching the gusto. And on this card, we have, in the background, it looks like, what are those things? We would call them wishers or something. Like you pick it up off the ground and it's on like a little staff or whatever, and you blow them, and then they blow into the wind, and you make a wish, and it's like, oh, my wish will be fulfilled. And so with these heavenly signs, this is like the wish being fulfilled. You made your wish and you want it, and so heaven is saying yes. The divine spirit is saying yes. So these next two cards came out in Alana Fairchild's something deck. I don't have it right in front of me, but anyways, they will be pictured on the screen for those that are watching the video. Okay, so first card that came out was the Passion card, number 25. Desire, fun, fulfillment, joy. What? Your passion. What is creative energy? What is sexual energy? Your passion, your zeal. You may be stuck in the rut, and you may be stuck in the day in and day out, just taking care of business, taking care of the household, taking care of all of this stuff, but you need to take care of you. You need to get back into your energy. You need to, some people may not even, some of the divine feminine may not ever even been into their energy, okay? And so the Spirit is saying, your desire, fun, fulfillment, joy, okay? And then the next card that we have here is number 28. Caring, empathy, acceptance, gentleness. And this is what we're bringing out, that passion, okay? So the passion, the sexual energy, using that to soften, and this is also talking about the heart space, softening that heart space, and not allowing that heart space to become cold. I hear drafty. I hear like the door is opening, the blessing is coming through, which will be like a person, which will be like your masculine is coming through. However, that draft is coming through, and it's like, with that draft, it's like you clenching up, because it's like cold, because you allow yourself to become cold and barren within your heart and within your womb, and not being able to accept your masculine energy into your womb, into your heart. All right, and so this compassion, what we have here, passion and compassion, okay? And those go hand in hand. As well as an echo of that, we have 25, 10, 2 and 8, 10, 28, 2 plus 8, 10. I'm not referring to being, soft and cuddly and all that stuff like that. I'm talking about being soft in the heart space, being able to forgive and to receive forgiveness. So the angel focus For divine partnerships, currently it's actually an angel that came up before a couple weeks ago, and it is guardian angel Daniel, the angel of marriage, of universal love, release, preconceived ideals around relationship roles, even letting go of past hurts, pains, and fears. Okay, and the YONI frequency that came through, now this was just something that just came out of the blue, 311, 631, and 613. So we already know that 613, 613 is the number sequence for higher wisdom, higher knowledge. That is one number sequence that has been coming through for me continuously. And so with this 311 and this 631, I believe that this is talking about like the shifting and being able to shift out of that hardness, out of that coldness, and being able to allow I hear the Trinity template, the Holy Spirit, the Christless energy to come through, to allow the energy of guardian angel Daniel to come through and relieve that stubborn mindset. You know, one thing I just share this with you guys because maybe someone can relate to this. As far as these preconceived relationship roles, letting go of that ideal. You know, I never been really into labels, but I felt like I had to take on a label, you know, throughout my life. You know, I'm succumbing to others' ideals and they're more so their energy, and being an empath and giving way to that energy and being in the people-pleasing type of energy. And one thing is like when a little bit after I met my twin flame, and then, you know, after I left my soulmate, and then it was like this pressure because myself and my soulmate, we have children together. However, you know, having this type of ideal, this preconceived relationship mindset of, okay, so that means that we automatically have to move in together right now, or right then and there, or right when we come into divine union. And it may not always be the same way for each and every partner. So this could relieve that idea out of someone's head that they are in this logical mindset, quote unquote logical mindset. Remember that the masculine energy is dying off. The rigidity, the religiosity, the suppressed 3D mental is dying out. That's what I'm talking about, making that shift, you know, reaching that frequency, reaching that vibration, and shaking that off of you. Because, you know, like your union may start off, you know, looking at a certain way, but then progress and transform into something else. You got to be able to be malleable like that clay, you know, your heart as well as your mind. Because remember, as a twin flame, as a divine partner, you have a whole different journey than what a normal regular person has. And as a side note, yes, we do have the hierarchy of twins, of divine partners. And so you have like the bottom resonance, I specifically hear, that will resonate and permeate and vibrate at the almost very closely to the same vibration as a regular human, okay? But it's still going to be different. You may have some that their relationship, you can't tell the difference between the two, between a regular codependent relationship and almost very similar to a twin flame relationship. And there will be like the bottom layer, okay? And then you have like all the way at the very top where their relationship, the divine partnership, because they have such a higher calling, that their relationship will be completely different, okay? And it may not necessarily be like everybody else's. Okay, and you know, eventually through your ascension process, you will find out which type of twin that you are. But we're strengthening the twin body, which are the 5 branches of the twins that are coming into divine union very soon. So that's why the Spirit is having me to push this information so hard. I guess that's the best word I can say. So vigorously. And as a side note, because I feel like the Spirit really wants me to say this about, you know, some twin flames, they may live in other parts of the country. Actually, I didn't meet her, but I felt like I met her for some reason. But I ran across her videos several times. I don't remember her name. It's something with a pink in it. But she was mentioning that her twin lives in another country and they see each other every so often. But it was like she was so happy. She was so fulfilled in her work, and she could still feel her twin's energy so strongly. It felt like he was there. So, you know, to each its own. I don't knock either or. Okay, so don't panic. Not everybody's going to be like that, you know. Some of us, we really love to be booed up, you know, with our divine partner. And believe me, we will have plenty of moments like that, okay? So you guys, if you could give this video a thumbs up as well as leave a comment, because the more engagement that a video has, the more that YouTube will push this information to more divine ones. And this is the community in which we're encouraging each other. We're raising our vibrations with other knowledge, just besides just focusing on our divine partner. We're really working with our energy, our divine feminine energy, as well as if you're a masculine or a male or someone that identifies as a male, don't be afraid to get into your divine feminine energy, because remember the rebirth of the masculine, okay? And let me see, for those that have given the 613, higher wisdom, higher knowledge, energetic exchange, also known as a donation, thank you very much. The link is down below. And shouts out to my Patreon family, also known as the Sacred Guild of Hashem. Hashem, it means souls of fire. And shout out to them. Thank you guys for your continued support. And if you would like to join the family over there, that link is down below, and you will receive a free monthly reading, as well as, depending on the tier that you sign up under, a free healing heart crystal. I mean, we got other things over there as well. We're getting into angel energies and numbers and all that good kind of stuff over there. Let me see anything else. If you're interested in personal services, that link is down below. I believe that's it. And thank you once again, you guys. Remember to continue to fuel the flame. Okay, peace.